Greetings, everyone. Excuse me. At the moment, I'm just listening to a classic record. If you haven't heard it, I'm sure you have, unless you're just musically uneducated. I'm sure you've listened to Highway 61 Revisited by Bob Dylan. But anyway, that's not why I'm making this video. Instead of showing comic books today, I'm going to show you guys a selection of some of my favorite movies. I thought I'd make it a little more personal and just show the ones that I'm mostly interested in Blu-ray. Of course, I've got tons of DVDs. I'm a huge comic book fan, but I also huge movie fan, huge record fan, huge just music in general and video games. But anyway, I'm just going to show you some of my favorite stuff. So here's a video I picked up, probably about a year ago or so. This movie is incredible, especially this version. This is the Metropolis, and it's the Kino version. It has some unrestored footage. This is, or not unrestored, but it was found footage, and this movie is fucking incredible. So if you haven't seen it, you should watch this. Another one of my favorite movies, The Big Lebowski. This movie is so freaking funny. And let's see here. Here's another one that's huge in my collection. Orson Welles is one of my favorite film directors, and finally got the Citizen Kane box set. If you're a huge film buff, this is a must-have. Probably one of the greatest movies ever made, and they weren't lying when they said that. So there's a booklet in here and all kinds of stuff. So yeah. Alright, what else do I have here that I'd like to show? Time Bandits. Sorry. So if you like John Cleese and some of the Monty Python people, Terry Gilliam, awesome director. Not just funny man, but incredible director. You've probably seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This movie, 12 Monkeys, did a whole bunch of other ones, but I'm drawing a blank right now on it, so yeah, good stuff. Being a huge baseball fan, I actually enjoyed this film because Billy Crystal directed it, about Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, about their chase for 60 home runs, and Roger Maris ended up breaking Babe Ruth's record at the time, without steroids, might I add, just cigarettes. So yeah, this is a great film. Let's see, I even have the new Star Trek movie. It was alright. Yeah. Someone bought this for me on Blu-ray, but it was a pretty good movie. I'm not a huge J.J. Abrams fan, but I thought he did alright this movie. So, excuse me in my following Bob Dylan. Fuck Bob Dylan. Let's just throw him away. There we go, Bob. Alright. Star Wars. Who the hell doesn't love this? But I was very happy to get this a while back, and all three of the movies that I actually enjoy. Not so much into the newer ones, George Lucas, I don't know, he's good, but he needs to stop messing with Star Wars. Quit fucking it up. Alright, The Nightmare Before Christmas, another classic. Who doesn't love Tim Burton? So if you're here to watch comic books, you might as well just switch it off right now, because this is a non-comic book video. Tombstone. One of the great movies of all time. Incredible movie. My wife got me to watch this because I've actually just ignored this movie, and then when I finally watched it, I was like, okay, you're right, it's a great movie. So, great film. Superman the movie. I know Custom Bromstar does not like this, but you should give old Christopher Reeve a chance, especially this movie. This is pretty good. This one and the Richard Donner cut. The rest of them, no, they're pieces of shit. So. Sorry I curse so much, guys. I'm sorry. I know those kids watch my videos, and I'm sorry, guys. Don't grow up to be like me, because I'm bad. The Dark Knight. Yeah, this is a good one. Who did not like Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker? So, Best Buy, $29.99, and hell no, I didn't pay that much for it. I think I paid like $15 for it. Spider-Man 3, a movie that I thought couldn't get much worse until I saw the new Spider-Man movie, and then this movie suddenly became a lot better. Why am I showing it to you? I thought I'd just show it to you just for humor's sake. Oh my god, Stanley Kubrick, Clockwork Orange. What a great film. Stanley Kubrick is probably my favorite director. I mean, I'm trying to get all of his movies on Blu-ray. Of course I don't have them all, but I'm going to get them all when I can. This movie is kind of vulgar for people who don't understand the philosophy behind, what is his name? The guy who wrote this. Excuse me, while I sound stupid, I'm going to have to stop it for a second. It's going to bother me. Okay guys, I'm back. I can't believe I drew a blank on who wrote this. Anthony Burgess. I've read Clockwork Orange at least twice. I have the original book. It's an incredible book. So I'd recommend this movie, but probably, I wouldn't watch it, guys, unless you're at least 16 years old or so, because it's a little out there for people who are don't like stuff and you get real sensitive about it. Especially if you're religious, don't watch this movie because you're just gonna start praying or something. All right, what else we got here? We've got Field of Dreams. This is an incredible movie, one of my favorites. I mean, a huge baseball fan. Still collect baseball cards. Haven't grown out of that phase yet. Of course, I still collect comic books, so yeah, I'm not fully grown up either. But Field of Dreams, awesome movie. I've read the book too. Shoeless Joe, great book. I don't just read comic books, guys. I read real books. I promise. Charlton Heston, the Omega Man. I am a huge Charlton Heston fan. So, I mean, I can do my horrible, oh my god. Terrible, terrible impersonation, but I've got his autograph here. It's just sitting right over here. Look, see, I've got Chuck watching out for me, and I've also got Bing Crosby just chilling over there. I need to get a new frame for him. But this is just a random video. I'm just going off on tangents. So, the Twilight Zone, the movie, pretty cool movie. I mean, I'm a larger fan of the original show, but this movie was okay. So it was decent. What else? Oh, we got old Batman Begins. Can't go wrong with this movie. It's pretty good. Probably watch this one at least once a year. Oh yeah, Hoosiers. Finally got this on Blu-ray recently. One of my favorite basketball films. Since I'm from Indiana, this is definitely a pretty solid movie. And it's David Anspall did an excellent job with the cinematography and just the way this movie feels when you watch it. It's just so incredible, so inspiring. Gene Hackman is probably one of my favorite actors of all time. In fact, he retired. He's actually from this area. He's from, I believe, Danville, Illinois, which is about 2 hours from where I live. So, huge Gene Hackman fan. Oh yeah, another Christian Bale movie, The Machinist. This movie is so crazy. You guys have to watch it if you haven't. So, that's all I'm gonna say about this. Just watch it. Alright, what's next? The Simpsons. I watch The Simpsons just about every friggin' night. My wife is so friggin' tired of me watching The Simpsons because when I go to sleep, I'm either watching Star Trek or The Simpsons. It just helps me sleep. I don't know why. So this movie, it's alright. It's actually not bad. It's not as good as the show, I would say, but this movie is pretty good. So. Donnie Darko. I like this movie so much I haven't even fucking opened it yet. No, I just haven't got around. I've watched this movie a million times. In fact, I had this on Blu-ray before and someone stole it from me. I don't know who did. Maybe my wife pawned it for crack or something. I don't know, but it disappeared from my collection, so I don't know. But I've got it again, so I'm just joking about the crack thing, guys. Don't take it too serious. Alright, I've got Mad Max, another great movie. Back when Mel Gibson was awesome. Well, of course, he's still awesome. I don't care. It's pretty cool. Good movie. Nice, futuristic. If he dies, he dies. Alright, we've got Rocky. What is it? Rocky 4. Sorry, I can't read my Roman numerals sometimes. It's like, I'm just not used to it here. Anyway, great movie. Actually, it's not that great. It's real cheesy, but it just reminds me of being a kid. I actually went to the theater to see this, so I had to buy this just because this movie is so freaking cheesy that it just makes you feel good to watch it, you know? Just to know that you could probably direct something better than that in real life if you actually... No, I'm just kidding, I couldn't. Alright. One of Kubrick's first films that he did. Not really his first, not even close actually, but the first movie that he got to direct for big budget. He took over for another director that got fired because Kirk Douglas couldn't work with him, but this is an awesome movie. I think Hippie was doing the joke, the I Am Spartacus. If you haven't watched this is great. I mean, the new Spartacus show, you guys are probably watching it, and it's okay, but it doesn't hold a candle to this movie. This movie is freaking badass, so you should watch it. Avatar. When this movie first came out, I thought this was the dumbest looking fucking thing I ever saw, but then I finally watched it, and the special effects by Cameron were incredible, so I had to eat my words on that one. It was actually really good, although I can't watch it too often. It gets a little too much for me, but it's a great movie. Dances with Wolves. Oh, my wife loves this movie. It's really her movie, but I mean, it's one of those movies that you've got to watch at least once a year, I think. It's just Costner was on his game when he did this movie, so it's a beautifully shot and an incredible story. So, The Watchmen. Yeah, I hate to say that I actually watched this before I read the Watchmen comic books, because I mean, you gotta understand, I don't read DC that often, so I didn't even know who the fuck the Watchmen were until I watched this movie. So this movie was actually decent. I mean, some people probably have strong opinions against it, but if you do, oh well. This was a good movie. I don't care what you say. It was pretty decent. So. got Bull Durham, another baseball movie. If you noticed, I've got all these baseball movies. The only one I don't have that I really want is The Natural. But Bull Durham is pretty decent. Pretty nice little comedy with Kevin Costner, Sarandon, and Tim Robbins. And then we've got another Charlton Heston movie, one of my favorites of all time, Planet of the Apes. Finally got this on Blu-ray. Very, very happy to get this. Love this movie. I watch this one all the time. Here's another kind of a lesser known movie. I mean, Highlander has got a big cult following, but when my wife actually introduced this movie to me, and it's actually really good. I love this movie. So I love Sean Connery, and Christopher Lambert's pretty good in this film. It has its cheesy 80s moments, but it's a pretty solid movie. Then we've got Halloween. This is really my wife's movie, but I watch it on occasion. It's a pretty good film. Yeah. Then we've got Dr. No. I mean, who doesn't like James Bond? But, you know, sometimes James Bond gets a little too obnoxious for me, you know. There's too many movies of it, you know, and a lot of them get kind of cheesy, but this one is probably the best one to watch, in my opinion. One of the good ones, so. Sean Connery was a great James Bond. And then we're getting to probably my favorite movie of all time, 2001: A Space Odyssey. This movie is probably my favorite movie of all time. In fact, there probably would be no Star Wars without this movie. You can just watch this movie in 1968 and you can just tell the special effects on this is just way ahead of its time. Stanley Kubrick, genius. This movie, if you haven't seen it, now yes, it starts out like 45 minutes of no dialogue, so those of you that have ADD probably aren't going to get through it, but like, my wife, like, she can't watch this movie, but I love this movie. This movie is excellent. I can only recommend it to you. You have to watch it. Must see. Then we've got the original 1989 Batman, Tim Burton. This movie reminds me of being a kid so much. I watch this movie a lot, and I like it. I like Jack Nicholson's performance of the Joker. He was pretty good. We've got a movie that takes me back to my childhood. I remember watching this. Wolfman Ain't Got Nuts. Nah. Alright, The Monster Squad. This is a pretty cool little cult movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Alright, then we've got the last one. I'm running out of time anyway, rambling, not making any sense, but here's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the 30th Anniversary Ultimate Edition. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you some of the movies that I enjoy, just to do something different. I'm going to do more comic book videos. My wife's laughing at me because I talk so fast. I should be the Micro Machine guy sometimes. But anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. If you guys like any of these movies or think I'm full of shit, just let me know. You can dislike this video, I don't care. Thank you. Later.
A year ago today was when you went away.